Ciao! I'm so glad you clicked on this video because I'm about to share with you our top places you should absolutely see in Salerno, as well as 2 secret bonus ideas that are just around the corner and most people don't even know about. The city of Salerno is such an interesting Italian city, and it is so much more than just a springboard to the Amalfi coast, as some people may believe. If you are debating about visiting this city or you're just curious about what it has to offer, this video is for you. Let's dive into our top 5 experiences in Salerno, as well as our 2 secret gems that you don't want to miss.
Airbnb host has drawn up a map of the things that she suggests that we see in the city. So we are going on a bit of a treasure hunt today, which is super exciting. So we're going to try to find all of these beautiful places that she suggested we see and take you guys along with us. So let's get going.
And here are the top things we recommend you visit while in Salerno.
So today we're going to visit a castle. I am midway up towards the castle. We're surrounded by amazing, beautiful trees. There's pine needles everywhere. It's just gorgeous. I can't wait to see the castle at the top. It is called Castello di Arecchi. Ready to go see the castle?
Number 1, Arecchi Castle. The earliest archaeological finds of this region tell us that the area of Salerno had been inhabited by the Etruscans. Salerno became a Roman colony in the year 197 BC.
I don't know where the entrance is.
After the fall of the Roman Empire, it was occupied by the Goths, Byzantines, Normans, and Lombards. It is during the Byzantine rule that the castle was first constructed. Arecchi Castle was named after the Lombard Duke Arecchi II, who expanded and fortified the pre-existing Byzantine structure in the 8th century. Thanks to its strategic location, the castle was used for centuries as a defensive stronghold against invaders and pirates.
Don't you love imagining what it would have been like to live in this castle like 1,000 some years ago? I just imagine people going up and down the stairs and watching over the city and baking food, or it's very awe-inspiring when you see it. Such an old place like this.
A visit to the castle is an absolute must. Not only does it immerse you in a fascinating time period and environment, but it provides you with breathtaking views of the city at an elevation of about 300 meters above sea level. Getting to the castle is easiest by car. However, there are buses that take you up and down the mountain as well. We decided to walk up, but I do not recommend it, not only because it is quite the hike, but mostly because after leaving the city's center, you will find yourself walking on the side of a busy road with no sidewalks, so it is quite dangerous. If you don't have a car, take the bus. The price of entry was €4 per adult when we went. Number 2, the Cathedral of Salerno and Crypt. After being greeted by 2 large lions standing guard at the Lion's Gate, you find yourself in a lovely courtyard called Quadriportico, which is a nearly square atrium surrounded by colonnaded porticos. This is one of only 2 such structures in all of Italy. You will also find a 12th century Arab Norman bell tower, a large brass door, and more lions. The church was built on top of a 9th century church, which was built over, no surprise, a Roman temple. The construction began in 1080 AD and would have been completed around 1084. However, many renovations and reconstructions were done throughout its long history. One major renovation was done after a devastating earthquake in 1688, when the interior was remodeled in a Neapolitan and Rococo style. There are many pieces of art that can be admired throughout the basilica. The church is dedicated to San Matteo, or Saint Matthew. The remains of Saint Matthew are said to have been found in 165 AD and later underwent solemn translation to Salerno in 954. They were originally placed in the church, which lay under the present cathedral structure, and were then placed in the crypt. We've been visiting the Cathedral of Salerno, and we are about to enter into the crypt where it is believed the remains of the Apostle Matthew were buried. The crypt was an absolute wonder for me. I never imagined such a beautiful, breathtaking place. I was simply blown away. It is good to note that there is a small fee to enter the church. When we were there, the fee also covered the visit of a second church in Salerno, the Church of San Giorgio VII. I love visiting places that are colorful and alive. Salerno is a big city with a small town vibe. You'll see young and old enjoying life on every corner. Every day, we walked through Villa Comunale, a local park where you can engage in people watching or simply enjoy a moment of rest. You'll also be able to admire local artists, art called muri d'autore, murals and poetry mainly inspired by a local artist called Alfonso Gatto adorn the walls of various parts of the city, an initiative that was born out of a desire to revive some of the more marginalized areas of Salerno. Of course, you should also expect many local shops and delicious foods to eat. One of the food items Salerno is known for is buffalo mozzarella. And boy, did we eat a lot of it, and it was delicious. Another local cheese is Caciocavallo dell'Emigrante, and soppressata di Richigliano is a traditional sausage of the area. Make sure to try local pasta dishes, of which there are many vegetarian and seafood recipes. Other foods to enjoy are the famous lemon delights or the even more famous limoncello. You can find a lot of mainstream stores in Salerno, but one of my delights is finding a local store where I can buy authentic Italian products from someone who is proud to sell only high-quality, locally produced items. My husband's delight, on the other hand, was getting his hair cut. To each his own. Number 4, Minerva Garden. Even though I never got to see Minerva Garden, I included it in my list of must-see places in Salerno because I would have loved to go. Unfortunately, it was closed for repairs when we were there. Minerva Garden is a medieval garden nestled inside the city. It has 5 levels of terraces with beautiful views. Originally, it was a teaching space where physicians taught students to recognize plants from which it was possible to extract medicinal active ingredients. In fact, Salerno is home to the oldest school of medicine in the Western world. Today, more than 300 species of plants can be found within the Minerva Garden, many of which hold medicinal properties. There are also many herbal teas made directly from their plants. How I wish I could have experienced this special place. Don't miss it if you have the chance.
Our walk today is taking us to the beautiful seaside of the town. Very gorgeous. You can see the beginning of the Amalfi, the mountains. Just a splendid walk on the seaside today.
Number 5, the boardwalk and ferries. Salerno has a lovely boardwalk called Lungomare Trieste, where you can see people fishing, swimming, or simply doing the passeggiata, a leisurely walk. It is approximately 1 mile in length. It is very relaxing and offers a lovely view of the mountains and the coast. There are some bars and restaurants you could go to as well. Of course, it is also the point from which you can take the ferries to various other parts of the coast, namely the Amalfi. We took the ferry to Minori, where we walked the Path of the Lemons, an easy but absolutely wondrous path to walk with the most spectacular views. You can check out our video on this absolutely gorgeous experience. So yes, Salerno is a good base to visit the Amalfi and several other well-known places like Naples or Pompeii. But I would like to suggest including 2 lesser-known places near Salerno that we discovered and that you definitely don't want to miss. Only a short 10-minute drive from Salerno, or a few minutes by train, there is a magical town coined the first pearl of the Amalfi, Vietri sul Mare. This small, lesser-known town is the first town on the eastern end of the Amalfi coast, and it is filled with artists and artisans that have been creating polychrome ceramics ever since the 15th century. 2 steps into this charming town, and you are sure to be mesmerized with the colors and creative genius of the people here.
Every single piece of pottery in this place of ceramic is hand-painted and unique.
Vietri sul Mare has also earned its way into the list of most beautiful towns of Italy. You will immediately see why, with its quaint, colorful streets and fabulous view. The people are also very kind and relaxed, making this place an environment that will certainly fill you with joy and gladness.
I love this space.
Bonus idea number 2, Paestum. This idea was a suggestion from our Airbnb hostess once again. To be honest, Paestum was not even on our radar of places to see, but oh my gosh, what a wondrous place. Paestum Archaeological Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and includes 3 of the world's best preserved ancient Greek temples in the world. Paestum is easily accessible by train, and it is just a short 30-minute ride away from the city of Salerno.
We're going? Pass over? No. Where? I don't know.
Paestum was founded around 600 BC and was most likely one of the largest Greek colonies on the coast of the Tyrrhenian Sea in Magna Graecia. After the Greeks, it was taken over by the Lucanians and then by the Romans, where it flourished for almost 1,000 years. The city eventually declined due to flooding, marsh formation, malaria, and shifts in trade routes. And in the 9th century, the region was devastated by Saracens, and its inhabitants abandoned the town. It wasn't until the 18th century that it would be rediscovered. The three impressive temples that can be admired are of the Doric order and date back to about 550 to 450 BC. The second temple of Hera, also called Temple of Neptune, and the Temple of Athena. These temples are so well preserved, it is incredible. Not only that, but visitors get to walk right inside them and admire them from every angle. There's something so special about walking inside a piece of history that is 2,600 years old. In addition to these three marvels, we spent hours walking around the 25 hectares of excavated ruins of residences, shops, and structures of community life, including many Roman structures that were added later when they took over the area, such as an amphitheater and forum. If you want to dive deep into the history, you could get a tour guide to take you through the site, or you can also get the audio guide, which is what we did. Exploring the site will spark your imagination of what life might have been like thousands of years ago. I absolutely loved our visit. I left with a feeling of amazement and a whole lot of fantastic pictures too. Just a quick little insert here. If you're looking for a place to stay in Salerno, you've heard us mention our Airbnb hostess a couple of times. That's because she's absolutely wonderful. Her name is Anna Maria. We interviewed her, so we just wanted to share a few seconds of an interview we did with her. She's just a wonderful person to meet and so helpful. So here she is.
Io ricevo gli ospiti come se fossero degli amici. Mi comporto con loro come mi comportavo e mi comporto con i miei amici. Il complimento che mi piace di più nelle recensioni è quando mi scrivono helpful, pronunciato da me è sempre discutibile. Io dico gli orari dei bus, dico i contatti, sto sempre a cercare di aiutare. Dico i ristoranti. Penso che di poter dare comunque un'esperienza positiva a chi viene qui. E quindi grazie. Grazie anche per questa esperienza che mi fa sentire così importante come non sono.
This wraps up our top ideas to enjoy your trip to Salerno, including some extra hidden gems. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and ideas to help you plan your meaningful, budget-friendly trip to more of Italy's secret gems and off-the-beaten-path marvels. Ciao for now.
There's my little explorer. She's something.